Hello everyone, this is Rahul from Opus. Here we are going to discuss about movie posters or cinema posters and what are its major elements and how it is designed and how it and what is its purpose. Okay, so you see, a film poster is a poster which is used to promote and advertise a film, primarily to persuade paying customers into a theater to see it. All right, so it has like in every movie poster you will find the title, the major stars, main stars of the film, the director's name, and also release date, and sometimes review quotes or slogans, which might be the main highlight of the film itself. So, a movie posters of a movie is actually an overall brand identity, and it ensure the marketing campaign of the film itself, so that it paints a picture into the audience mind about what kind of videos or what kind of film it is about and what they are going to see once they goes into the film. So we will also find that there will be some eye-catching colors, larger than life typography, and exciting graphics to entice the conjure of the entire cinematic experience. Like the image itself, the poster itself gives a view like what kind of cinematic experience one person is going to have while they goes to see the actual film. So the overall graphic style, the overall mood and presentation represents the entire world of the film, like the how in which tone the film is set or what kind of story it is going to project. So that mood, developing that mood and project like into that poster, and also projecting that right kind of film which that movie is all about, is the major objective of the movie, of the poster itself. So if the cinema poster does not creates that feel which the entire movie is going to create, then that poster is not designed well enough. So a lot of attention is given to design a cinema poster which creates the right mood and feel of the which like overall summarizes the entire experience of the film itself, which the audience is going to have once they watches it. So let's start seeing certain posters which was used to create at a very early stages of the cinema, or when films were created around 50s. Okay, so as you see here, the poster itself is created with is actually handmade, and it is created with oil paintings. Okay, and the major what you see here is the main characteristics of the film poster is the two dynamic, like the two larger than life portrait of the film characters, and the typography what you see that has been created is also handmade. But overall it gives a very bright feel, bright and also appealing, eye-catchy feel on the entire poster itself. But overall, it gives the feel that it has been created with hand, and it has that an artistic and painterly feel. Because at that time, the posters were mainly handmade and used to be created by the artist with oil paints or poster colors, and that was painted in large sizes. So after that, in the 60s, there used to be certain, like this is one of the film from the 60s which is named as Once Upon a Time in the West. And here to some extent photography was introduced into the cinema poster. So some stills from the film itself was incorporated into the movie, in the cinema posters, and those started becoming the major trend in cinema posters. So from handmade, the cinema posters moved into photographic stills from the film itself, and that was combined with some interesting types. And but if you see the overall like how it changed from a typical painterly style to the entire, like giving the glimpse of a small glimpse into how the film is like shot, and what the film is going to, what kind of visual experience the film is going to offer. So that was started coming up into the cinema poster. And you can see the dynamic composition. It is a triangular composition that has also been used with the use of certain types. So you will also notice that the characters, like how the characters are placed, also represent the importance of those characters in the entire story. So you may understand that these three characters might revolve around the story around this woman itself, who might be in certain difficult situation. So that might give the entire look and feel of the, like, some amount of understanding of what the story is. So that is what the cinema poster is all about. So it gives a certain amount of understanding, not the total, what about what the film is about to be. So that's how, and a film is also set in the West. So that is how this film, the poster, becomes successful. Okay, then in the 70s, we seen that there were some sci-fi films coming into play, and the posters also started to had certain graphic elements. So this is a film which calls Back to the Future, and as the name suggests, the cinema's posters style has also been created in that manner itself. So it gives that futuristic feel, and also how the main character, something related to the main character, where there might be a transitions in certain effect. So overall, the you will see that this poster is drastically different from the previous poster, because the story is different, and that is and the main function of the cinema poster, which is to depict the what this film is going to be, what the film is about. That is the main aim, and how it is achieved into the poster. So here you will see some sci-fi effects and other things has been used, because the film is about certain science fiction, is about a science fiction. So that is how the typography and the graphic style has been used here. So that is a thing that has to be taken into notice. If you have to design a cinema poster on a certain genre, then you have to understand various style which is much more suitable for a particular genre. Then if we move into the 90s, where Matrix was a very popular film, and which is also kind of a like has a futuristic appeal, and also it's kind of a fiction. But here we see certain amount of computer graphic effects were incorporated, and the main characters, how it is placed, uh, giving it that towering personality, and other characters has been put behind. So this, we can see that certain amount of computer software has been used to create that effect and that feel into that poster itself. But overall, the poster, the succeeds in depicting the style and the uh, what kind of film is it is all about. So certain effects and certain things you will notice as the posters we see across the various stages of of this century, that certain effects where that has been created in certain posters is not cannot be achieved by hand. So you will see how graphic styles and computers has been used to create that right feel for the poster itself, for the various movie posters. So after that, if you move, so this is one of the very uh, popular film, which is The Dark Knight. So here we clearly see how that this is, though indeed it is a photograph, but certain graphic style has been incorporated. Some Photoshop like this picture has been edited into Photoshop with some painterly styles and other effects to create the right composition, which depicts the story of the entire film. So here we can see certain visual metaphors has been used, which was not possible in the like in the back in the 60s. So very like fruitful use of the technology has been used to create a graphic narrative which depicts the story and the story of the film. And that is how this technology has come into play in creating cinema posters. So the one thing that we can understand from here is that slowly people tried to, like, those who were trying to design the cinema poster started using various innovative graphic style, and also sometimes indirect reference to what the film is about, to make it much more interesting, give it a very interesting feel, and people, so that people becomes very curious about what the film is. And that is how they started creating interest into the people's mind by the poster itself. And we can also see the incorporation of certain logos with some graphic elements and graphic styles, which looks very neat and clean, and also at the same time very impactful. So these are certain changes that we have seen over the time in the creation of the style of the cinema poster. But overall, the main function had remained the same. That is communicating the genre of the film, the communicating the story in just one still, and creating that right mood and feel. So I hope this helps you understand what kind of cinema or like what is required to create a poster for a film itself. And now if we see this poster, which is the Avengers Infinity War, now here as you can see in the poster, it is heavily graphic in nature, and the whatever effects, like whatever composition that has been created here with multiple characters has been like it is a like a heavy Photoshop work, but the entire composition is not has been used with lots of effects and graphic styles. So that thus it can be understood that creating that right effects and feel for a particular cinema poster in this age has become very uh, crucial, and also at the same times various like the vision of a particular designer can also be implemented with the uh, various computer softwares that is available. So designers are taking as much freedom as possible to create that graphic effect into a poster, how much like at their creativity allows. So to summarize, so if whenever you have to design a cinema poster just by hand itself, so always remember that you have to create the poster which depicts the mood and feel of the story, and also it also communicates the genre. Like suppose if you see this looks very mysterious, but this film looks a little which is based on certain action, and again this film is futuristic. So the graphic and the visual style communicates the genre in which the film is set. So that is some important uh, learning that you have to take care of while designing a poster. So I hope this lesson helps you a lot in creating cinema posters. So you can take any genre you want and redesign one existing cinema poster in your own style, and see how it comes out. So keep practicing. Thank you.